Please sit now. Shogbolahan on Tuesday, 24th March 2015. In the program, we have address by Honorable Justice B.A. Adejimo, OFR, President, National Industrial Court of Nigeria. My Lord.
My Lord, Honorable Justice O.A. Shogbolahan, celebrant. My Lord, Justices of the Court of Appeal here present. My other lords here present. The former President and the first President of the National Industrial Court of Nigeria, O. Justice Atiladi, here present. Heads of federal security agencies here present. The Attorney General of the Federation ably represented. Honorable Attorney of Lagos State ably represented. And the Honorable Attorney Senior Advocates of Nigeria here present. Gentlemen of the bar, Chairmen of various branches of the Nigerian Bar Association here present, or represented the Chairman of the Nigerian Labor Lawyers Association of Nigeria, and members of this association, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. We are all gathered here today to celebrate the achievements of one of our own. Honorable Justice Shogbolahan, who is beautifully vying out of the bench of the National Industrial Court of Nigeria after attaining the statutory requirement and retirement age of 65 after an unblemished length of service spanning more than 3 decades. I shall state at the onset that this occasion is unique. Unique in the sense that this is the first time in the history of the National Industrial Court of Nigeria that the Valendictory court session is being organized by a retiring judge of the court. Indeed, this is a sign of good things to come. By the time the headquarters of the National Industrial Court of Nigeria is completed soonest, all valendictory court sessions and legal year ceremonies for the court will take place at the ceremonial court hall within the headquarters of the court in Abuja. Coming to the celebrant, Honorable Justice Olusegun Shogbolahan was born on the 24th day of March 1950 in Lagos Island to the family of Barrister Emmanuel Omotayo Odulano and Mrs. Christiana Tinola Odulano, a renowned educationist and the first indigenous principal of the Methodist Girls High School, Yaba, Lagos. His Lordship had his first contact with formal education at the St. David's Anglican Primary School, Lafayette, Lagos, between 1956 and 1963, and the new Ella Girls Secondary School, Surulere, Lagos, between 1964 and 1968. His Lordship attended the Jefferson Grammar School between 1969 and 1974 for the West African School Certificate Advanced Level. In 1984, His Lordship was admitted to the University of Lagos, Akoka, to read law. He graduated from the Faculty of Law in 1989 with a bachelor's degree in law. In 1990, His Lordship proceeded to Nigerian Law School, Lagos, for his professional training. He passed out of the law faculty of the university with a school called the Nigerian Bar in 1991. In 1993, His Lordship obtained master's degree in law from her alma mater, Thereafter, he study became an associate member of the Institute of Affairs Management in 1994. The study began his working career at the Industrial Arbitration Panel IAP between 1975 to 1984, where she served as Principal Labor Inspector. Thereafter, she studied work with the Federal Ministry of Labor and Productivity between 1984 and 1991. It is therefore needless to say that the study had enough experience in the field of industrial labor and employment relations. In 1991, his lordship joined the National Industrial Court as the Principal Registrar 1, thus beginning an eventful career with the National Industrial Court. In 2001, his lordship was appointed acting chief registrar until 2004 when his lordship was confirmed as the substantive chief registrar of the court, a position equivalent to that of a permanent secretary at the Federal Ministry. His lordship held this position until his appointment as the judge of the National Industrial Court in 2008 by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Under my headship of the court between 2003 and 2008, when his lordship was the chief registrar of the court, a lot of landmark achievements were recorded, which are too numerous to mention, as time and space may not permit me herein. But permit me to mention a few. It was during the tenure of his lordship as the chief registrar of the court, working directly under me, that the processes that culminated into the enactment of the National Industrial Court Act 2006 by the 5th National Assembly took place. It is equally important to point out that during this period, his lordship also contributed in no small measure to the processes that led to the coming into force of the National Industrial Court Rules 2007. Permit me also say that these two instruments are the forerunners in the positioning of the court in achieving the lofty ideals of the founding fathers of the court. I'm also happy to say that it was during his lordship's tenure as the judge that the Third Arbitration Act 2010, which is the amendment to the Constitution of the Federal Republic, which created National Industrial Court of Nigeria as one of the superior courts of record, was enacted. The court witnessed tremendous expansion during the tenure of his lordship as the chief registrar of the court. The first expansion drive witnessed during the period under reference include the establishment of divisions of the court in Kano, Enugu, Jos, Maiduguri, Ibadan, and Calabar, thus bringing the number of judicial divisions to 8 then. For more than 3 decades to the court's inception, it had its headquarters in Lagos and only one division in Abuja, serving the whole federation. It therefore goes without saying that stakeholders were subjected to a lot of rigorous assessing the services, a lot of rigor assessing the services of the court when they had to come from all over the country to Lagos or Abuja. As could be seen from the foregoing, his lordship played prominent roles in the development and growth of the National Industrial Court of Nigeria. In consequence of his lordship's performance, in all positions held, and in recognition of his qualities of uprightness, dedication to duty, his lordship was elevated to the exalted position of a judge of the National Industrial Court in 2008. Indeed, this is a remarkable achievement by all standards, a dream of many legal practitioners, but achieved only by a few. It is an elevation well deserved. Honorable Shogbolahan never complained whenever any assignment is given to her. She is very industrious, hardworking, upright, and straight point. At this juncture, let me quickly mention an important and novel development with respect to the constitutional mandate of the National Industrial Court of Nigeria to settle disputes through the framework of alternative dispute resolution. Precisely, Section 254(3) provides that the National Industrial Court of Nigeria may establish an alternative dispute resolution center within the court premises on matters which jurisdiction is conferred on the court by this Constitution or any act or law. Without missing words, I dare say that this is a remarkable development in 2 years. First, the constitutional empowerment of the court to establish an ADR center is historic, novel, and unparalleled in the development of court-connected ADR in Nigeria. It is the first time any court in Nigeria will receive the constitutional mandate to establish and apply ADR for the resolution of matters of which it has jurisdiction. ADR advancement and usage will definitely receive huge boost in this regard. Noteworthy in this perspective is that court-connected ADR, particularly mediation, is fast becoming a feature of courts in the countries like the United States of America, Germany, South Africa, Britain, to mention but a few. Secondly, the development will certainly aid and fast the resolution of cases with a view for avoiding the usual problem of overfilled dockets and delayed justice delivery. It helps in settling this growth without much bitterness and rancor between or among the parties. It is pertinent to mention here that achievements have been set in motion. Nigeria has been set in motion towards the realization of this significant constitutional mandate. Efforts are on to designate certain office accommodation within some judicial divisions of the court as the ADR Center, and which will be situated at the headquarters of the ADR Center, will be situated at the headquarters of the court in Abuja. The center will be saddled with a resolution of settling disputes referred to it by any judge of the court using mediation or conciliation. The relevance of mediation and conciliation to voluntary and amicable settlement of disputes cannot be overemphasized. The court will be deploying some of the staff, including principal officers, to man the center. The preparation for this is very top tier. I now come back to Honorable Justice O.A. Shogbolahan. In order to be well-grounded in the subject matter of jurisdiction of the court, his lordship attended several professional courses, seminars, workshops, and study tours from home and abroad. Time and space may not permit me to mention all of these courses, but permit me to mention a few of them. His lordship attended the International Labour Organization Conference in Geneva, Switzerland, strategic management course for senior court administrators in Toronto, Canada, the court and judicial reform course in The Hague, Netherlands, International Bar Association Conference in Chicago, United States of America, the law and practice of industrial relations, Nigeria, organized by the Nigerian Law Reform Commission, and judicial administration workshop organized by the National Judicial Institute. His lordship also attended a lot of courses which have things to do with the court. It is pertinent to mention that his lordship also undertook study tours of the Industrial Court of Singapore, the Industrial Court of Trinidad and Tobago, the Employment Appeal Tribunal of the United Kingdom, the Industrial Court of South Africa, and the Industrial Court of Botswana. There's no great thing that all these have brought to bear as could be seen in the judgments and rulings of his lordship during his tenure as a judge of the National Industrial Court of Nigeria. As the President of the National Industrial Court of Nigeria, I hereby attest to the fact that I did not witness any crisis or receive any complaint emanating from or developing against his lordship in any case his lordship handled. I can also attest to the fact that his lordship is hardworking up to this moment of ban out of the bench. His lordship has been sitting promptly, discharging his duties, dispensing justice to all manners of people who have appeared before him uprightly, without fear or favor, ill will or affection. As a matter of fact, permit me to say that his lordship is another Daniel who has come to judge. The golden fish, they say, has no hiding place. His lordship has placed his part on the bench of the National Industrial Court of Nigeria. He has contributed immensely, and in no small measure, to the development and upliftment, growth and development of the court. He has delivered many judgments touching on all aspects of the jurisdiction of the court. His lordship maintained an undented image and did not allow the banner of justice to be stained at all. We, both judges and servants of the court, will be missing your lordship's presence in all our activities as the judge of the court. One thing we would assure you is that we will never forget you. We will continue to be part of us in all activities. Your Lordship's well-being will always be our concern. As you bow out of the bench of the National Industrial Court of Nigeria today, we hope your Lordship will also not forget the National Industrial Court of Nigeria, of which you have contributed a lot to its upliftment and growth. There is a time for everything. There is time for everything in life. There is a time to be born, a time to grow and be educated, a time to belong to the profession, a time to choose a career, a time to rise through the ranks in the chosen career, and a time to retire from the career. Shakespeare in his play, As You Like It, rightly observed that all the world is a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. My Lord, Justice Olusegun Adefolake Shogbolahan has admirably put to good use all the stages of life so far and played a many and varied parts in all her engagements in the public and the service of our great nation. His Lordship eventually rose to the revered position in the legal profession to become a judge of the National Industrial Court. The National Industrial Court of Nigeria indeed will not forget you. Indeed, this is no small mean in terms of achievement in life by all standards, the name of many in the legal profession, of which only few may achieve. The judges and the entire members of the court wish your Lordship well and happy retirement, as well as we return you to your family in absolute good health. We thank God that He has made your sojourn in your chosen career an eventful one, a successful one, and you are now buying out in good health. We thank your husband, children, and members of the family for the tolerance and endurances they have put in during this long period. It is not easy to be a judge, neither as a male or as a female, though there is no female in the legal profession. As a judge, many a times you deny your bed. As a judge, you sacrifice your sleep. As a judge, your children, your husband, your wife may not have access to you. You lock yourself up in the library, trying to find solutions to the problem of others you never knew where they came. All these are the sacrifices of a judge. Every day a judge delivers judgment. The line of his enemies will be elongated, and the line of his friendship will go down. Someone who wins before a judge today, oh, second Daniel has come. What an upright judge. Tomorrow, if the same litigant has another case before the same judge, and he loses, he said, don't mind him, he's a corrupt judge. Forget me yesterday, when he was an upright judge, he was not corrupted. To your Lordship children, we all say thanks for giving Mommy the cooperation to perform his functions and making his family life able to the husband. We thank minus the husband. This success would not have been accomplished. We thank you very much. For other members of the family who have not been having regular calls, may do not forget that the state will still need you at any time. We at the National Industrial Court may still need you, and we should not forget, as the patron, to answer to us whenever we knock on your doors. I also thank your Lordship of other jurisdictions, the learned senior advocate, the CPGs, the General of the Press, our brothers in all the security agencies who honored this and attended our invitation. We are all working for the federal government and the people of Nigeria. We need to cooperate with each other without compromising our jurisdictions. Thank you very much for attending this, and we will be calling you to attend other better institutions. As Shogbolahan, you will be found out of our office, of the service as a judge this morning. I feel happy for her because she's living in good health. We are not gathered here to celebrate her demise. It gives me concern that I will not overload her with files again. I don't have any jurisdiction over her again. Up to some few minutes, I could still assign cases to him, but right now I do not have that jurisdiction again. I envy Honorable Justice Shogbolahan. She will sleep to Western whenever she likes before waking up. I dare not, as I must be here before 9 and leave anytime the cases allow me to leave. We thank everybody who is here present. We thank members of the family who are from far and near, and all other Nigerians who are here to witness this occasion. And I thank our brother judges who have been able to work with Honorable Justice Shogbolahan as a colleague, as a brother, and as one of us during the period she stayed with us. May Almighty God grant you good health. In His infinite mercy be with you. Continue to protect you and your family, guide and direct you, lead you aright, and may He allow you to enjoy your retirement in good health, in happiness, and in joy. With this, we say thank you, and I thank all of you for listening.
Bello Adoke, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, CFR, Honorable Attorney General of the Federation, and Minister of Justice.
Well, let me quickly, that was condoned because I know all of you are happy, particularly the family. So please, we don't plan work like this, gathering like this. Thank you. I'm sorry, our retired judges who are here, not the judges, particularly my boy who is now extra here. And now he has been a judge of the Federal Court for some years now. I'm sorry that it's not an oversight. And all other judicial officers that may be here present that I didn't mention, please pardon me. It's not deliberate and oversight. Thank you.
Address by Augustine O. Alege, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, President, Nigerian Bar Association. Excellent Kasim, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, LLM.
Valendictory Kasim is delivering because he's been practicing labor law for almost over 40 years now, and in this court, at least for the last 30-something years, he's a senior advocate of Nigeria.
Well, this is the court session. My Lord.
My Lord, I first met Honorable Justice Shogbolahan Honorable Justice Shogbolahan about 25 years ago, when I returned to the Faculty of Law, University of Lagos, 13 years after I first graduated from there for the Master of Law degree program. We were both in that class together. We got fairly close because we both offered comparative industrial law as one of our main courses. We had ideas and papers during the program. I found out that Mr. Shogbolahan at that time was working at the Industrial Arbitration Panel. A big chunk of my own practice after I retired from the Federal Public Service mid-1995, I've been in the area of employment, labor, and industrial relations. However, because of the limited jurisdiction of the National Industrial Court at that time, most of the cases I handled had been at the state and federal high courts and on appeal to the appellate courts. My chambers, however, had few trade cases which took us to the IAP and which eventually were referred to the National Industrial Court. Towards the end of the 90s, quite a number of these cases were already in the National Industrial Court, and our appearances in that court became more frequent. At that time, Mr. Shogbolahan had moved to the National Industrial Court and was in charge of the administration as acting chief registrar. Once again, I had occasional interaction with her in the course of my practice in that court. The president of the National Industrial Court at that time was late Honorable Justice M.E. Polishadi, whose acquaintance I had made when we both practiced on a part-time basis at Buck & Co., one of the biggest commercial law firms in Central Lagos at that time. I had fairly reformed practice before the NIC during Justice Polishadi's presidency of the court. My Lord Honorable Justice Kanyi was usually on most of the panels that I appeared before at that time. Unfortunately, Honorable Justice Polishadi died suddenly about 2002, a few months before he was due to retire from the bench. One afternoon, shortly after Justice Polishadi's death, Mr. Shogbolahan invited me to see her in her NIC office at Shogbolahan, Street, Victoria and Lagos. I honored the invitation. After expressing my condolences on the sudden death of Honorable Justice Polishadi and discussing details of the funeral ceremonies, Mr. Shogbolahan threw to me, or at me, what I regarded as a bombshell. He told me that shortly before his death, and in anticipation of his imminent retirement, Honorable Justice Polishadi had mooted the idea of recommending my appointment as president of the court if I was interested in such an appointment. He then told me that if I was still interested in the appointment, he would propose my name to the appointing authorities. Needless to say that I was taken aback by the suggestion. I thank Mrs. Shogbolahan for her kindness, particularly to have had the courage to make the suggestion even though Honorable Justice Polishadi, who mooted the idea originally, was no more. Incidentally, at that time, my preferment to the inner bar for the suit had been announced. We were only waiting for the swearing-in ceremony a couple of days later. In the circumstance, I had to explain to Mrs. Shogbolahan why I had to decline, or I explained to Mrs. Shogbolahan why I had to decline the proposal to recommend me for appointment for a number of reasons. One of the reasons, of course, is my recent announcement, or this announcement by religion to the inner bar. And the second one was that a similar proposal had been made to me about 10 years earlier for appointment to the High Court bench, which I declined. The third reason I did not have the courage to tell Mr. Shogbolahan on that occasion was that some of us saw appointment to the NIC bench at that time as a dead end, and the prospect of further rise in judicial ladder was practically nil. I had the idea at the time of my discussion with Mr. Shogbolahan as to who was likely to be appointed president of the court. I was therefore pleasantly surprised when less than a year later, in May 2003, Honorable Justice Babatunde Adeniran was appointed president of the court. I have several reasons to thank Almighty Court for making the appointment of Honorable Justice Adeniran possible, even though I did not myself envisage it. He did not confide in me. The first reason is that the vision he brought to the court upon his appointment. I must confess that I did not myself contemplate the phenomenal growth that the court was to have soon after. Not even I contemplated it. I would have jumped at the proposal Mr. Shogbolahan was going to do earlier, but I did not. The second reason for thanking God is that I had known Justice Adeniran for many years during his practice days before